I'm packing for a trip right now, and I want to share with you some travel tips. More importantly, how I pack, how I fly, and how I settle into my spot, kind of like an essential guide on how to stay organized when traveling. So let's get right into it. Also, thank you Away for sponsoring today's video. All right, right off the bat, this is all the stuff that I'm packing with me. I've broken down all the packing items into 4 different categories. That's basics, occasion, hygiene, and tech. So basics are the rotating tees, jackets, hats, and pants that I wear. And the reason why they're in this category is because I can mix and match any of them in any combination and they'll probably look good together. These are the essential items in your luggage. If you can, try to get basic clothes that are antibacterial or anti-odor because they stink way less and they're a lot more comfortable to wear in my opinion. Now, clothing that fits into the occasion category are pretty much items that you're most likely only going to wear once or twice on the trip or for a special night. Depending on the destination, you do need 1 or 2 fits for a night going out or a nice dinner, or maybe for a very specific business formal event. Examples would be button-ups, blazers, dressy pants, fancy pants, all those things. Before any trip, I typically go to like Target and I go into the little travel section aisle and spend way too much money on these small little travel size items. But personally, I just don't like using the shampoo or body wash that usually is either supplied or maybe even not supplied at the Airbnb or hotel. I just like using my own stuff, especially when it comes to hygiene. Clean hygiene is such an important part of feeling good while you're traveling, so I tend to be pretty detail oriented when it comes to this step. For tech, I try to keep it as minimal as possible, but my gear changes depending on my needs or where I'm going. If it's for like a shoot or for work, I'm definitely packing more with me. But for this trip, I don't need to bring a ton of gear with me, so I'm planning on bringing my laptop to get some work done on the go, and also a point and shoot camera if I want to, get some street photography or capture some moments. My Sony FX3 to capture video. That's the camera I'm using to shoot this video right now. My Peak Design tripod to get a couple locked off shots when I need it. Some power bricks and some multi-port USB cables. There's probably some really small pieces of tech that I'm missing in this list, but those are essentially the core pieces that are in my kit for this trip. Now is probably a good time to tell you about the sponsor of this video, which is Away. Okay. When they recently asked to work together, it was honestly such an easy yes because I got my own Away suitcase that I've been using for the last 5 years. So I was like, of course, this would be a perfect integration because I love their bag already. So the size that I use pretty much 90% of the time is this Away bigger carry-on size that I'm sitting on right now. And the reason why I use it is just because it's a carry-on. It fits so much for even I took it to Europe and I was using it for like a 2-week trip and it was still enough space. When I tell you that this suitcase can take a beating, it can fit a lot. Every time I look at my clothes and I have to pack for a trip, I think to myself, shoot, is that all gonna fit in here? It always does. Some of my favorite features about the Away suitcases is the fact that it has TSA locks. It has a laundry bag that's detachable inside of the suitcase that's built in this little zipper pocket. So whenever I have dirty clothes at the end of a trip, I throw it in there, put it in my suitcase. When I get home, I could put the little laundry bag in the washer as well. So it's super nice for not mixing your dirty clothes with your clean clothes. Also, the wheels on these suitcases are super smooth, kind of oddly satisfying, especially when you're rolling on the airport. It's really nice. Whenever I see people at the airport just dragging their bag and it's all clunky, yo, get yourself some 360 wheels, yo. Right now, I'm at my local Away store in the Seattle area. And what's really cool about the in-store shopping experience is obviously you get to see the products in person, get to see which color you like. But also, if you're in store, you can get a personalized luggage tag, which is pretty cool because they do it here in-house. So I'll tell you more about Away throughout the rest of this video. But for now, there's a few other things that I need to finish packing. So I'm gonna get that done and then get some rest because we have a pretty early morning flight tomorrow. Alright, so it's basically 4:30 in the morning. Whenever I book morning flights for some reason, I always make the mistake of seeing it. I'm like, oh, 8 a.m., that's not too bad. And then I just book it. And then when the day comes, I'm like, oh, I realized I gotta wake up at 4 a.m. to get there early and on time. Alright guys, we got through TSA, got our bag checked, got some coffee, got some food, took a ginger shot, and now we're about to post up in this lounge and get some work done before our flight. I want to share some quick, airport flying tip with y'all. TSA pre-check is $80 for 5 years. We're talking $16 per year. And the amount of value you get is like one of the best investments you can make. Aside from being able to just go into the faster line, you don't have to take off your shoes, you don't take off all your stuff. It makes everything just so much easier. Basically, if you have oversized luggage that has like camera gear or any expensive things in it, you can use this media pass to get the media rate from these airlines when you're checking a bag. If you have credit cards with your airlines, you might be able to just get this comp, so that's not a huge deal if you already have it. But last time when I flew Delta, I literally had to pay $100 for my oversized Pelican, which if I had the media pass, I would have only had to pay like $50, which $50 both ways is $100 you're saving. If you want to make your own media pass or badge, I'll definitely link down below where I found some resources and maybe a template. Sometimes these check bag lines are crazy long, and if you're in a pinch, just take it with you to the gate. If you can get your bag across the security line, you might be able to just save some money and check it for free at the gate. Now this won't work every single time, but again, this is mainly to save time if you have 2 bags that are carry-on size with you. Also, to carry all my essentials and my tech, I have this Away Everywhere zip backpack. It's a really good weekender backpack, to be honest. It has tons of different pockets for everything, really well thought out, especially for those of you who are traveling a lot. There's a lot of like those, hidden pockets that are really convenient for easy access on things like passports, wallet, phone, keys. So when I'm going on to the plane, I just have these 2 things actually loose with me. I don't have to finagle with getting a bunch of cables out or getting a bunch of chargers or, phone accessories out. I have everything with me in this bag, and I have my laptop if I want to get some work done. Makes everything way less stressful. I want to share some settling in tips or how to stay organized once you arrive to the hotel or Airbnb. Now, the first thing I'm doing as soon as I arrive to the spot is unpacking all my clothes. I know typically some people will just like open their suitcase and grab stuff as they need it, but I feel like it just stresses me out when that happens. So what I like to do is take out all my clothes, hang what I can, and put stuff into drawers if they're there. But nonetheless, I do try to unpack as much as I can because it just helps with feeling more prepared when I'm getting ready for the day or coming back to grab something to wear. I don't have to like dig out of my suitcase. Need some water. I like to have a tech station or a workstation in my hotel or at my Airbnb. This just helps having a designated spot with my computer and all my accessories out, because mentally when I wake up in the morning, I could just sit at my desk like I'm at home and then knock out some work, or when I come back at night, also do the same and knock out some work. So it's just really important that I stay organized on this front, because if I have all my cables everywhere and it's a mess, or I have to unpack my computer every single time, it kind of stresses me out. Next is my toiletry bag. Honestly, nothing fancy here. I just put my toiletry bag in the bathroom, but I do unpack that as well. So if there's like shower items like shampoo, conditioner, body wash, I'll take those out, put them into the shower, and then all my daily essentials like lotion or toothbrush, toothpaste, all those things come out and also stay by the sink. This helps because if everything's out of the toiletry bag, I don't have to dig through it and find all these things because it's already packed pretty tightly when it's in my suitcase. Now, with taking these quick and easy settling in tips, you'll definitely be able to feel way more organized and prepared when you're traveling. It really helps just feel less stressed, and that's my biggest thing. When I'm traveling, I don't like to be stressed out, and these small little like organization tips really help me stay on top of it each day when we're on our trip. Obviously, some of these tips won't be as efficient if you're backpacking or you're going from spot to spot and you're not staying in, one place for a long period. But for most trips, this is what I'm doing to stay organized. Now, any of the tips that I provided in this video, you can modify just to fit your lifestyle or fit your needs a bit better. My only goal is that you watch this and you get some sort of value out of it, even if it's for one tip. If you're subscribed to the channel, you know that I love organization and just getting my lifestyle and workspaces optimized. I realized that being organized has a huge impact on my mood, happiness, and overall productivity. But thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.